Hi everyone, welcome to Sage's Garage. As you know, unfortunately, Pascal is not doing so hot. Oh hey, it's me from the future, basically, by like an hour. I realized that you guys actually have no idea what's going on with my Beetle because I haven't posted that video yet. I am a little disorganized in my schedule, but I wanted to get this video out to you first because it was done first. So I know you actually have no idea what's happening with the Beetle, with Pascal, and that was actually very ominous and mysterious, but you know what? Maybe that just adds to the fun. I will leave it at that, and you guys can find out in the future all the problems that Mr. Pascal is having. Also, yes, I said Mr., sometimes I say Miss. You never know. Pascal is just Pascal. The first thing on my to-do list is fixing my air conditioning. Because next week it is supposed to be in the mid-30s here, which is 30 degrees Celsius-ish, which I think is like low to mid-90s Fahrenheit, which I know isn't the craziest temperature, like it could be in the hundreds in Fahrenheit or like 40s, but come on, okay? 35, sunny, is a very hot day to have no air conditioning, and it's gonna be like that the entire week. And it's already been hot here and I've been absolutely melting. And also, if it's raining and it's hot and I try and undo my windows, I'm just getting rained on all the time, which was me today, but that's okay. And then also, since my sunroof doesn't work, that's less airflow I'm getting. So anyways, I'm determined to fix this air conditioning. I've watched so many videos. I've spent hours researching this, so I'm determined to at least try. Now, if I cannot figure it out or if it's something that I can't fix myself, I will take it somewhere and have them diagnose it and try and help me out. But I figured the least I could do is try and just figure it out and see what the problem is. So at least I have kind of somewhere to start from or something to let them know that isn't working. I have already gone and checked all this stuff, but I thought this would be interesting to show you guys. And I also thought you might be able to help me because if I show you all the things that aren't working, maybe you know something and maybe you can give me your advice and let me know so I don't have to take this to a shop. And I'm hoping not to have to spend hundreds of dollars on this because, as you know, there's a list of other things I have to fix on this car. And also, a whole other car I'm trying to get the engine to work on. So ideally, I'm trying to do this as quickly and as cheaply, but also as permanently as possible because I don't want to have to do this again. Anyways, let's get right to it. I will show you everything that I've checked so far. As you can see, I've opened up my hood and the first thing I'm gonna check is right here by the battery. I have some fuses in here and this is something that commonly goes on Volkswagen Beetles, so it is a good #1 thing to check. So I'm just gonna open up the box here and first thing we wanna look at is how is this actually looking? Let me get some light on there for you. And I mean, you can't really see much, but you can see that it looks totally fine. But something that actually commonly happens is this is for the air conditioning, comfort, something like that, but something to do with the air conditioning, this fuse right here. And oftentimes it goes bad. So either it melts, the connection fails, sometimes it really, really overheats, and you can actually see on this cap where there's been like smoke or fire or just it's been really, really hot or melted. So the #1 thing you want to do is just see if this is good. So, I mean, I took this fuse out already. Maybe I'll switch hands here so you can see. I should have a mini little tripod in my hand. Anyways, I am going to take it out. Oh, I should definitely have this on a tripod for you. Also trying not to electrocute myself here. So here's what mine looks like. She looks good. She looks fine. I mean, it's like a little dusty in there, but she doesn't look melted or anything like that, which is exciting. But also, it would have been nice to have an easy fix. So, she's back in there. Now, the next thing to check is in this guy here. Now, I already have it unplugged a little bit, but I want to see, oh, okay, hold on, intermission. Got it open. I also have to say I love that it's pink. That makes me so happy. But we also want to see if there's any power actually going into this or any of these. So I actually have this guy here. This is a power measure. I'll put the name on the screen. I knew it like 5 minutes ago and now the name is gone. So anyways, basically what I have is I have it connected here to basically a grounding negative source. And I want to make sure I'm getting power to all of these fuses here and especially that one there. So let's give it a shot. Let's see this guy. Now, unfortunately, mine doesn't make a cute little noise. So I'm just going to show you there's light on that one. There is, oh, light on that one. I'm using my left hand, so this is increasingly difficult. Let me swap. Boom, light in that one. light, 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 light. Ooh, those are my chickens. Well, they're not my chickens. I don't know why I said that. Those are the chickens across the street. Light and light. Okay, now the most important one. Let's check this side of it. Light on that side. Okay, light on this side. Boom, she works. Light on this side. Light on this side. Light on this side. And hold on. Light on this side. Okay, so all these have power going to them. That is incredible. Now I'm going to try and get into the 3 ports over here. I really don't know what the best way is to show you this, so we're just gonna attempt to do it this way, and you're just gonna have to believe me. Unplug this, and then there should be 3, so let's find out. I got a helping hand because I could not reach in there, so let's see. 1 is working. I hope you can see the light on the screen. Looks like you can. 1, 2, we've got some light, and 3, ta-da. All right, so we've got continuity in all of these areas here, which leads us to check the next fuse box. I'm aware this is gonna be extremely difficult for you to see, so I'm gonna try my best to use descriptive terms, okay? I've opened up my fuse box here on my driver's side, and now we're gonna test these fuses, okay? This is my fuse card. The fuses that I'm looking at that are most important are 16 and 5. Based off of other YouTube videos I have watched, 16 is what controls the air conditioning button. So in my car, I have a button that either turns the air conditioning on or off. 16 is the fuse that signals that that button has been pressed, okay? And then 5 is for comfort. I'm not necessarily sure what that means, but it makes sense, like, you know, comfort in your car. The air conditioning maybe just controls the whole heating and cooling, like the whole comfort system. Unfortunately, I couldn't really find more detail on that, but I will show you what it says in my manual. If you can see me here, I will show you my manual afterwards, and it doesn't show either of those fuses in my manual, which is weird because it does talk about air conditioning in my manual, but it says only some of the cars have air conditioning. Obviously, it's an older car, I know that, and not all of the models had air conditioning, I guess, but it's still weird to me. I will show you, but it's a little odd. And on these things, it just says information, information, and it just tells me to look in the book, but the book doesn't talk about them. So, a little weird. But anyways, this is where I think my major problem lies. I looked into this a few months ago, and I was certain that this is where my problem was, but unfortunately, I didn't get any farther into the issue, and now it is scorching hot, and I'm melting and nearly passing out while I'm driving, so I'm determined to fix this today, okay? Even though it's not gonna happen. Oh, my goodness gracious, that just fell on the ground. I mean, you can't see the tool right now. Maybe I zoom out a little. Okay, you can see that the tool, no, you can't. Okay, just trust me, it's lit up, okay? So basically, we know that the tool is working and the fuses are mostly working. But when we check number 5, if we go to that one, I'll point to it at least for you. So basically, when we go to number 5, it is not lighting up at all. And then if we go to 16, it is so wobbly, it doesn't work, but the fuse itself is fine. And actually what's really interesting about this is when I looked into this a couple months ago, there was no fuse in number 16. And I was like, oh my gosh, that's my problem. There's no fuse in it. Obviously, that's why the button's not working. So we went and got a fuse from the house. So this fuse is not even from the car. We've got a 10 volt because we saw, I think from a YouTube video I saw that's what I needed. I don't even remember now. And basically, it didn't work, okay? It's wobbly. But then if we try and swap it with another 10, so this 10 is working. You can see that it's working. You can't see the lights on, but I'm telling you that the light is on. Now we're putting in the 10 volt that we know works into the 16, and as you can see, it's so wobbly. So it doesn't matter what the fuse is, and the first one wasn't even from this car. The actual compartment that the fuse goes in number 16, is so loose. And so I think that is a big part of our problem. Since if the fuse that isn't working that tells the button to work, then I don't know, it's not gonna work. Ignore all the dust, and hopefully you can hear me through this windstorm, but the fans work, they're blowing tons of air, but it is so warm. It's on the coolest setting. The air conditioner button is now on, the light is on, it's just really light out. And so now we're gonna go check the fan. There is a fan in here, and basically it should be rotating, but it is not rotating. I really highly doubt you can see. That fan is the cooling fan, and it should be rotating, but it is not rotating. And then also down here is my compressor, and it's super hard to see, so we're gonna have to look into that another day. But I don't think my compressor is working either, but you literally cannot see it from here. It's all the way down there. But most important to note is that the cooling fan is not rotating. So here's the manual that comes with my car, and feel free to pause and read because, I mean, this is interesting. It has been a bit helpful. But here's the one thing that just really confusing me, okay? This control can be used to adjust the temperature. The temperature inside the vehicle cannot be lower than the outside temperature. I don't know if I'm wrong, but I feel like that's the entire point of air conditioning. So please, hopefully one of you can explain to me literally what that means, because to me that means that there's no air conditioning. That's what that means to me. So let me know, because that's super weird. Here's something else that's a bit weird, is when I got the car, the air conditioner worked. It never worked well. It would only work for a few minutes at a time, and it would only work if I drove for a bit and like got up to a good speed and then I hit the air conditioning button. It wouldn't work if I was stopped. It wouldn't work any of that. It would only work once I had been driving for like a minute or two, and then I could press the button and then it would get cold. But it did at one point get cold. Like it did. I lasted all of last summer. It wasn't great, but I at least had air conditioning last summer. And then once it started, it would only last for like maybe 10-ish minutes. It never lasted a long time. So I would just turn it off, drive a bit more, and then turn it back on, and it would work again for a few minutes. So never well, but that was doable. I was fine with that. I would be fine with that right now. But now it literally just blows hot air at me. I mean, it's blowing the outside air at me, but it's very hot out, so it's blowing really hot air at me. So that's really frustrating. And also, I have zero tint. I am like serving full fishbowl. And so any sort of light or UV rays are coming into my car, and any sort of heat is staying in my car. So that is just adding to the problem. If I had some tint, maybe this issue wouldn't be as dire, but I have absolutely zero tint, full fishbowl, and absolutely zero air conditioning. And it's going to be literally all 30s next week, which is like all 90s. So I need help. I need to fix the situation. So if you have any advice, please let me know. And yeah, hopefully by the time I post this video, I've solved the problem, but I probably haven't. So please give me any advice that you have. Also, in doing my research, it looks like there is a FCM, basically a module that often goes in the Volkswagen Beetles, and it definitely could be gone on mine. It is what makes the fan not spin and the compressor doesn't work anymore. So there's a good chance that that's what's happening, but I can't get under the car to unplug that and test it. I could order a new one and try to put it in, but that's an awful lot to not know for sure. So I still might take it into a shop, but just wanted to mention that I do know of that module, and I know that it goes in the Beetles, so it's also an option that's on my mind. Anyways, that is the end of today's video. Please, again, just give me any advice you have. I'm desperate to get this AC working by next week, and just please wish me luck. I will see you guys in the next video. Bye!